Hey guys, it's Hannah from Trekitt and I'm out in the Black Mountains today in the phenomenal weather that we're having, and I'm going to talk to you today about how to fit your backpack properly. I see so many people out on the mountains with backpacks not fitted correctly, and they look uncomfortable and you can't carry them for a long time and they just end up aching. So we offer a backpack fitting service in store, which of course would be ideal, but if you're too far away, then this is the video you're going to want to watch. So why is it so beneficial to have a pack that fits correctly? Well, it's less chance of injury to you, which even if you're only out for the day or if you're out for a few days, it's so important that you look after your body as much as you can. It's also going to prolong the life of your pack, so you're not going to be putting strains on straps unnecessarily that aren't built to take that weight. The weight will feel lighter, and it means it's going to be much more comfortable for you, so you're going to want to go out more, and of course we all want that. Okay, so I'm going to take you through how to fit your pack. It's super easy to do and a really good habit to get into before you go out for the day. For the purpose of the video, I've undone all of the straps. Most of the packs that you buy, especially online, will come pre-tensioned, so it's just a good habit to get into to just undo them all. Okay. This is also my own pack, so do bear with me if it looks a little bit worn. So before you even get your pack on, we'll need to adjust the back length. So it's so much easier to do it when it's off your back, obviously. There's a few different structures in bags, some of them Velcros, some of them poppers, some of them have pull cords. Mine in the Osprey Kite is Velcro. I've got a very short back length because I'm only 5'1", so I always have mine set to the lowest setting. So what you do is you just undo the Velcro like that and just slide them up. So obviously it's really hard to show you on myself how to measure your back length, so we've just popped in a little diagram here. So the easiest way to measure your back length is to find your C7 vertebrae right at the top. Now if you bend your head forward, it's the little bobble in the back of your neck. That's right at the top there, and that's where your shoulder straps should sit in line with. And then the bottom of the bag needs to sit on your iliac crest. The iliac crest is basically just a fancy word for your hip bone. So that's where the hip belt needs to sit, and that will be the correct back length for you. And it might be a bit of trial and error, so the best thing to do is to do it in front of a mirror to check the back length. But yeah, once you have it set, unless you're still growing, you shouldn't actually have to change it between usage. So it's really important to get that right from the offset. So this is what a bad fitting backpack would look like. So this is when you get the back length wrong. You can see I've got far too much gap in between my shoulder and the straps, and that's actually putting too much pressure through my shoulders, and if I have a great deal of weight on that, it's just going to tire my muscles out, and at an extreme it's going to injure me. So I have with me the Osprey Kite 36, but this pack fitting video will apply to any bag that you buy. Right, so we're going to start by putting it on. Now, the first strap you want to do is the hip belt. So I want you to find your hip bone, and on the top of that hip bone, that's where you want the hip belt to sit. So if we jig it up, do up the straps and then tighten them so they fit really snug to your hips. And now this is where I want the weight to sit. So I want the weight to sit and transfer through your hips, not through your shoulders. Then we're going to do up the shoulder straps. So pull those nice and snug. Then we're going to do the chest strap. Now this is not a load-bearing strap. You can tell because it doesn't have any padding and it's really thin, so it doesn't need to sit really tight to your chest. It's just to keep the shape in the shoulder straps and make sure they don't ping off your shoulders. So if we do him up, this should sit about 3 fingers away from your collarbone. So with the shoulder straps, you don't want to do them up too tightly. So just make sure that you can still get a thumb underneath those shoulder straps. You don't want it to be uncomfortable. You don't want to be pulling the weight through your shoulders. Then these straps up here change the center of gravity of your bag. So you don't want to have them completely undone because that will pull the weight too far back. And you don't want to have them completely done up because that will pull the weight too far over your hips. You just want to have them tensioned up nicely so that you can feel the weight of the bag transfer straight down through the floor. Also, the shoulder strap should, and you might have to get a mirror to have a look at it, but the takeoff point on the bag should sit snug to your shoulder blade so that you get that nice curve from that shoulder strap. You don't want that too high. Most bags, it's really, really easy to adjust the back length. It's either through a Velcro system, sometimes it's through poppers, sometimes it's a pull cord. You just adjust the back either up and down, depending on where it needs to be. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little tip about how to pack your bag as well, so the weight sits really comfortably and doesn't throw you off balance. So all of the heavy stuff needs to be sat in an L shape in your bag. So the heavier bits being at the bottom and snug to your back, whereas your lighter stuff, like your clothing, more towards the front. So then you've got compression straps all the way down the bag, just to pull it all in tight. So if you don't have your bag packed to capacity, you don't have stuff rolling around, and it makes sure that the weight is pulled in closer to your back. Okay guys, so that's how to fit your backpack correctly. You can see it's all comfortable, it's all lovely. If you have any questions or comments, as usual, stick them in the comment section below and we'll get right back to you. Have a nice day guys. See you soon. Bye.